Well, Matt, put it down to one of those nights tonight.
Yeah, that's a football saying, isn't it? One of those nights. Well, what is one of those nights? It's one of those nights where we weren't ourselves and we were off it and things weren't good enough and we didn't play well, and we lost the game. So maybe it is one of those nights then. Yeah, it's just disappointing. You know, but we've been on a really good run, but to have the first half performance like it was very disappointing. A bit of a reaction second half at a couple of moments, but never really looked like scoring.
As you say, it was, Grimsby had the better of the early stages, and we really struggled to get into the game, certainly in the first half.
Yeah, I thought they started well, Grimsby, first 15 minutes, and then it sort of flattened out a little bit. Really disappointed with the goal we conceded. A poor goal to give away, if you like, but an uncharacteristic one from us as well. So disappointed with the goal, and then it becomes a little bit of an uphill battle, and a little bit of a response latter stages of the first half, came out second half, and then just couldn't find that chance to get the equaliser.
It was a bit frustrating that the goal seemed to come just at a time when we were just starting to get a bit of a foothold in the game. Harry had that chance a couple of minutes earlier. Yeah,
it was. It was from that goal kick. Harry has the chance and it just goes over, and it's from the goal kick, so we find ourselves 1-0 down. So yeah, that was frustrating.
And second half, as you say, slight reaction. Great effort from Matt Dennis early on that could have sparked something, but in the end, struggled to make too much impact on their defence. Yeah,
they sat in, didn't they, and just kept clearing their lines, and a lot of bodies behind the ball, and it become into, once you give them that lead, it became into a really good away performance for them. And they defended well, they put their bodies on the line, they had cleared it, defended their box really well, and just kept clearing their lines, waiting for a breakaway if they could. And we just couldn't break them down or work for that moment.
And you try and change things around in the second half, sort of attacking substitutions, just to see if a spark of inspiration somewhere to get that equaliser.
Yeah, and I think in recent weeks, games, those substitutions have had a real spark, and it probably just typifies us again tonight that even the subs probably didn't have the impact that we'd probably seen over recent games. So as I say, it's extremely disappointing, and I think we're 9 games unbeaten at home. And we lose today, and we're 9 unbeaten in all competition, all league games leading into this, and then we lose tonight. So it's tough to take. It's hard to take.
But you want to keep it in perspective as well.
Exactly, and that's our 3rd defeat in 19 games. So I think I would have taken that way back then. So 3rd defeat in 19 games. Disappointing night. Weren't at our best. Wasn't great. Poor game. Not great conditions. We move on.
One selection choice you had to make tonight about Craig Eastman. What was the thinking behind it? Because there must be sort of pluses and minuses of weighing up what to do in this situation.
Really tough one, and he was trying to get through the game Saturday. If he picks up one more yellow card, then he's into a ban, and then after tonight,
we should explain tonight was the last game.
Last game,
could get banned for 2 matches if he gets 10 bookings.
Exactly, and unfortunately Omar failed a fitness test before the game as well.
But yeah. With thinking of Craig, is it balancing that out against his sort of inspiration on the field and what he brings to the team on the field?
It was a tough one. I had a chat with Eastie yesterday as well about it, and the way he plays, the way he is, it was affecting him a little bit as well. So it was a decision we all made, and it's not why we lost the game.
And I guess now with nine games to go, it sort of releases him a little bit now with play a little bit with not having one eye on not mistiming a tackle or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So 10 days off now. We're obviously this game's supposed to be at the weekend, so we wish they were well in the FA Cup quarter final at the weekend, and we have our nice little break now, freshen up, ready for 9 big games, and we're 1 point out of the playoffs before tonight. We're still 1 point out of the playoffs after tonight. There's 9 big games to go, and we're right in the mix.
And a lot of those, sort of more than half those games against sides above us, so it's still very much in our own hands. It shouldn't be sort of get too down on the chances just yet.
Exactly, we've just lost 1 game in 9 or 10 or whatever it is, 10 now. So it's down on the tonight because it's my initial reaction. It's an uncharacteristic performance. We weren't ourselves. We've lost a game of football at home, which is not normal. So it shocks you, doesn't it? And it's hard to take. But 10 days off, 9 games, and as you say, there are a run of games now with a lot of teams in and around us, and they'll be good games for us.
And do you think this might be a good time just to have 10 days off and a bit of a recharge, particularly after Saturday's sort of long distance trip?
Yeah, it was obviously a long one, the longest of the season, so we come back, no excuses for that leading into tonight, but nice little break and freshen us up, and we look forward to the running.
Brilliant. Well, thanks very much, Matt, for coming out, and we'll catch up with you soon.
Brilliant. Cheers, Tony. Thank you.